Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a light classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later for my college, I get to know about XLR and I enrolled in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they're not only focusing on study, they're also conducting different exam to test our knowledge. And as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped. So I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Because he's teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came from for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, XLR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for XL for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by XLR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty, who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared. And if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with XLR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point. So our sir taught us about how we can connect our own mobile phone to our laptop and write code in our laptop, and you can see the output in your phone. It was really creative and interesting for me. I felt really good about that. So in the end, I developed my own mobile application. I showed it to my mother, I showed it to my friends. I felt really good about it. So I would really suggest XLR. I would recommend it to all my friends to take courses from here, as they focus on the children, focus on the students, and they focus on what's necessary, that is the students' doubts gets cleared and everything else. So today I came down to the XLR office to collect my certificate. So I got to know about what other courses XLR is offering. It included data analysis, data analyst, social media marketing, and full stack Java, and many more courses which were interesting, and they gave us an insight of how everything happens, and they take you through the course from the starting of the course to the end, and what next, that is placements as well. How you should be going into the interviews and how you should be approaching to companies, your resume building, and there were so many things which XLR is going to help you in, and they are ready to give you all the knowledge required even if you are a beginner. So I really felt good about this visit, and I would really recommend XLR to everyone who's listening to this, and also to all my friends, that I had a very good experience with XLR, and I would suggest you to experience the same. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Satish and I am from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology. I am here to share my experience about XLR program. I took part in the XLR program that was conducted in the last month about the mobile app development using Flutter. What I liked the most about this session was the trainer started from the scratch. That means even the beginner who don't know about the basics of the program, even they can learn the most from this program. It gave me hands-on experience by developing a project which was the final outcome. Thank you XLR for giving me this opportunity, and I would also recommend all my friends to take part in the XLR programs. Thank you.
My name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 Percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time we would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident, and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right? This technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right? But it doesn't seems like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that, and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them very all the best, and it was a very great experience over here.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Yes. Okay. Yes, I see the number of participants are slightly less today comparatively. So if your friends haven't joined or they're facing some issue, please let us know, ask them to join if they have missed the link or anything. Just check with your friends once, wait for a minute or two, and then we'll start off. Yes, good evening, guys. Also, just one more thing. I see a lot of you people, your device name is the phone brand's name and all of that. You have an option to change it. Just put up your name so it's easy because it's very difficult for me to call you iPhone and then refer to you. There's an option called rename, right? So when you go on the participants and all of that, there's an option to rename. Please name yourselves properly. Put your actual name. Click on your own self. There will be three dots there. There's an option to rename yourselves instead of having just your device's name. If there's anyone who hasn't joined yet, is a part of the class, you can maybe put a reminder for them to join. We'll wait for a minute or two and then we'll start off. Okay, so we'll start off. A small recap of how far we have reached. So initially we started off with, what is marketing? And then we understood both traditional and digital marketing. Then we moved towards digital marketing and, what are the things that come under that? What is there? We figured that out. And then we also learned a little bit about Canva. We understood how to use Canva, the purpose of Canva, also in terms of designing, like, basic designing, let's say with your posters or your PPTs or all of that. We also learned designing on Canva. So that is how far we've come. Before I start the class, yesterday, I think, I'd given you a small task. So anybody who's interested that, anybody who's completed the task and wants me to see the work, maybe you finished it after 9, so you couldn't obviously present it, or I didn't give you time during class to present it. Anybody there who would like to put out their work or just show what they have done? Is there anyone? I think yesterday it was hardly any of you who shared your work. So if there is anyone today, we can start off from there. If you guys created a poster or a deck or anything, anyone? Yes, no, either of the answers. Otherwise, it feels like I'm not audible. You can go ahead and say a no also, there's no problem. But either say a yes or a no, all the participants of the meeting. Anybody who'd like to present their work? Yes, no, guys. Okay. Stylil, I think you had presented yesterday, if I am not wrong. Yes. Okay. Okay. So we'll start off with the next part of our training. Also, like I keep saying, just one more time, I'll say it to you guys. Until you actually practice it, it's going to seem very simple. Like, when you see somebody doing it, it seems very, very simple. But the minute you start doing it yourself, you will see the amount of problems you face. The thing is, when I'm displaying Canva and then, I'm doing certain things, or you're seeing somebody do something on Canva, it seems very simple because, they know how the drag and drop works. They're dragging the right items at the right place and they're somehow able to do it. But the minute you do this yourself, you will find it very, very hard to do it. So this is something which comes with practice. And one more thing about using Canva, or not just Canva, in terms of designing as a whole, like, it could be your graphic designing, it could be your editing, it could be your video editing, picture editing, posters, whatever it is, any kind of designing that you're doing or editing that you're doing. One thing about it always, when when you actually sit to do the work, when you're doing it, it is very time consuming. But with practice, the time taken to, maybe edit a video or all of that keeps reducing. That is because, you're that good at just like editing, dragging, dropping, cutting the right things at the right, like, cutting the video at the right time and all of that. So that is something you will only be able to develop with practice. So there are people who design, like, who edit a video in 6 hours, and there are also people who edit a video in 30 minutes. So that is nothing to do with their creativity and all of that. It is basically they just they've practiced so much, they've been doing it for so long. So, they spend less time. Simple, like when you learn how to write back in LKG to, or, first standard or till fifth grade, to write a sentence, it would take you maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Whereas right now, 10 seconds is more than sufficient. It's because of the, amount of times you've written these statements or had the practice to write. So it's the same with designing. The more you practice, the better you're going to be at it. Now, coming to today's class, what we're going to do, what the agenda of the class is. So from all the experience I have and, from all the recruitment and freelancing, everything that I see, it's one thing to have a skill and it's another thing to be able to present your skill. You could be the most talented person, but if you're not ready or if you're not presenting it properly, it is a huge, huge problem. Example, with a lot of people you might relate to get a job in corporate, right? Maybe you have amazing skills, but just because you lack communication skills, it is difficult to get jobs. Do you guys agree or you don't? Yes or no? As in, let's say you have great technical skills, coding skills, and all of that, but to get a job, you need to be able to communicate, you need to be able to put your work out there, you need to be able to talk to people and tell them what you're actually doing. So that is a problem that we face. So in digital marketing also, you guys are learning the skill of, developing everything and all of that. Today what we're going to learn is how to make a marketing deck. Because you know how we say, it is, I've mentioned marketing deck before. So you know how we say that, to get a job, the first thing you need to know is how to make a resume, right? You know the content, and with the content, if you could compromise, as in, you might not be the advanced level student or candidate, you could be the intermediate level or the beginner level. There are jobs for all three levels. If you're a beginner, also there is a job. If you're on the intermediate level, also there is a job. If you're on the advanced level, also there's a job. But presenting it in the right way is very, very important. So today, what we're going to look is designing an entire marketing deck. And the reason why I am covering this topic initially itself is because, from what I understand from the class, for all those of you who have interacted so far, I figured that, you need to, you guys are doing this either to have this as your career, or maybe to start your freelancing, or maybe to have like a side income during college, right? So from all of this, one thing is very important is you will have to make a marketing deck. You will have to include things in your marketing deck, what should be there, what should not be there, and a lot of similarities you will see in how you should make a PPT also. Right? So today's class, when I'm covering the marketing deck, you will also see there are a lot of similarities in terms of your PPTs also. These are the things you need to keep in mind. Because, like I just said sometime back, having your skill is one thing, and being able to present it to the audience in a right way is one thing. Very simple. Let's say you know everything in digital marketing, and you know how much audience you can reach, you know what you can do, what how you can scale the brand. You have all of that in your head. But if you're not able to present it properly to the client, I don't think you're going to get that particular project. The first step that you have to go through is being able to present your work. Now, again, while presenting your work, it is simple. Like I'll tell you, last time also, I think I told you, we set targets. So let's say there is an account that is getting 10K views per video that they're posting. Okay. And you are telling that if you hire me, this is the kind of quality you're going to get. And this is obviously, end of the day, what they care about is getting more views. For example, what they care about is getting more views. So when you are telling them that, this is what I'll bring to the table, I'll improve, I'll make it HD quality, I'll make it high quality, high resolution, everything. The simple question at the end is going to be like, tell me how many views I'm getting. Yes. So setting targets is something you do. When you are setting a target also, it needs to be a realistic target. You cannot set a target which is unrealistic and then, not reach it. Obviously, the client is going to be dissatisfied, or they're not going to be satisfied. So, how do we set these targets? What do we do? How do you present your work to somebody is something we'll be looking into today. Okay. Also, in terms of freelancing, a lot of you guys asked me, how can we go ahead with this? What can we do? So, there are two platforms that I'll suggest you if you want to go ahead with your marketing career. The first platform would be definitely Naukri. The second is LinkedIn. So over there, on project basis, a lot of hirings happen. Example, I own a digital marketing agency, okay, and I, let's say, have 10 clients. Two are restaurants, two are hotels, two are institutions. So like that, I have 10 clients. Usually, I've planned it in a way that, per day, this client's reel is going to go. Then the next, like every Monday, this client, how do I say, this client, whatever they require, that is going to go. Let's say the next week, what is required, that is going to go another company, and the third week, another company. So let's say they focus on one week, one company. Now, what happens is, let's say you have 10 clients, two of them or three of them have like some major offers. It could be Diwali offers or all of that. So that time they have to recruit people, or they have to have freelancers so they could do the work, because all of a sudden during festive seasons or during these sale times, the work just becomes too much. So that time they have to hire freelancers. That is the time you guys can actually, it can be good for you, because one, you will not be working individually. When initially only you start working in a team, you'll get a lot to learn. That is one thing that it's going to help you with. You can obviously, you can open your Instagram account, you can put it out there that you're a digital marketing expert, and this is what you can do. You can edit videos, all of that. But that time your learning somewhere stops, or it becomes slow. Whereas when you work in a team, you're going to learn a lot, seeing others mistakes, seeing how they are, like, doing the job perfectly and all of that. You will also learn a lot. So that's why these two platforms is something I would suggest to you guys. So let's say, as a freelancer also, if you're going and applying on LinkedIn or Naukri, and the first round, like, they just call you up saying that, okay, this, we've seen that you've applied, we'll schedule a meeting, and all of the formalities and things like that. the first thing they'll ask you to do in that meeting is present a deck. That is every marketing company. Any marketing agency you go, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to ask you to present a deck because one, they want to see your work. Second, they also want to see how you put your work out there. So that is why like not I feel it is like that in the market. The way you present your work is more important than what actually your work is because uh you know convincing is a major thing in marketing. You have to convince people if you want to get work. I'm not saying that you need to convince people to sell a product and all. No, but I'm saying let's say you want to get work in this industry, like of digital marketing in this particular industry. If you want to fit in, if you want to work in this industry, you need to be able to convince companies or brands or any of that you can actually make them reach from here to there, and how you can do that, all of that also I will be telling you. Okay, so right now what we're going to start off with is a deck. What do we do, what do we add, what do we not add, and the rules somewhere from yesterday, like I covered the different colors, like what does red do, what does green do, what does blue do, what does uh, yellow do. If you don't mind, if anybody remembers, that box is open. Do you guys remember what does red do? What is red for? Let's say I'm using red color on my poster or anything. What is it for? Please feel free to go ahead and drop your answers in the chat box. Let's say I'm using red color on my poster. What is red for? Passion, okay. Any other answers? Energy, okay. Power, okay. Alarm, basically, in the simplest word, urgency. Like, the minute it's something urgent, like apply now, avail the offer now. Anything when it's like right now, go ahead and do it right now. That is the time you use red color. Okay. So the next thing is blue color. When do we use blue? Any idea? When do we use blue color? Yeah, like Hardeep said, grabbing attention for red. Perfect. When do you use blue color? For education, yes. The minute you want to build trust with that particular uh, audience, as in, because education is something where trust plays a huge role. Not just that, let's say, even in terms of, something that you want your client to trust you with, the minute you want to build that trust and you want to look like somebody, where you could trust blindly and things like that, going ahead with blue is the better option. Do you guys remember what is it for green? What is it for green? Green is nature, perfect. When you are talking about, biodegradable waste or eco-friendly things, or let's say your product is eco-friendly, biodegradable, all of these things, that is when you go ahead with green. Also, in terms of healthcare, you're opening a hospital or, a clinic or a pharmacy, anything to do with healthcare, also green is a perfect color. Now, do you guys remember what is it for yellow? What is it for yellow? Catches attention, yes. Positive, yes. It brings in a lot of positivity in terms of yellow and also the amount of attention it catches. I don't know, I'm sure, I don't know how many of you watched the movie PK, where, he says, I'm wearing the yellow helmet. Do you guys know this? How many of you watched PK and know the yellow helmet joke? Yeah, perfect. Yes. So what happens is, with this yeah, in PK movie also they say that yellow is something where it catches your attention from like a distance. So that is what it helps. Yes, also in terms of school buses and taxis in Mumbai and areas like that are still yellow in color because it catches attention. Even in Bangalore, our autos are yellow in color, yellow and green. Green because of because they use CNG and also it's eco-friendly and things like that. Also yellow because it catches attention. To say focus. Right. Yes, Shanavas. Brand color. Yes, again, you can not very sure about the brand, but when the was a thing when it started, that time those were only and only yellow in color. They were only and only yellow in color, and it was what do I say? It was this thing of these rental scooters. It was a new that started where you can rent your a scooter, just use it for maybe a couple of hours or a day or however, like yellow in color because it catches good amount of attention. Yes. So now just give me a second and I will share it. Yes. Is my screen visible to everyone? Just a yes or no. You guys? Yes. Perfect. Just oh, as you deck, what is the complete guide to design, structure, and deliver your marketing presentation? So that is what we're going to be looking into today. Okay. So why does your marketing deck matter? Okay. What is it and how does it help? Why do you need a marketing deck and what is the purpose of this? So if you can see, the first thing is your client meetings, for your business pitches, for your agency workflows, and your social media is to win trust. So when I'm talking, assume this our class has this PPT card for you. The class remember what all the bullet points are there in this PPT. So this what was there, and there's going to be a structure that is going to be, let's say, the 15th class what we're going to be covering and all of that. So that is why your entire, the strategy part with clients is also very important. Business bit, right? So when you're attracting an investor or someone for partnership and all of that, so that time also your business pitches is very very important. And even what do we do, why do we do what, um, meetings you do that? Yes. Anything else you guys would like to add? Please feel free, go ahead and add. In terms of only me business pitches, do you have anything to add? That is what we do and all of that include in the presentation, definitely. Okay. Your business, what happens is, when you are pitching business, if Tank and all of that also, you want to present your data of how far you have come, what you have done in the market, what are the kind of sale you make, what is the kind of revenue you generate, all of that also, and why we are the best investment for you. Yes. So what is the kind of revenue you generate and all of that also is somewhere a part of your business pitch, right? You need to put uh way, and then maybe put everything out there that the investor would like to know and to see. Only then you can go ahead and pitch that particular deck. Next thing is your agency workflows. Okay, so what is an agency workflow? Not sure if it's just for me. Okay, guys, are you able to hear me properly or is there like a connectivity issue by any chance? Uh, Let me know in the chat box. Are you any connectivity issue? Are you guys able to hear me? Yes. Okay. Just give me in. I'll just check. One sec. Yes, I'm really sorry for the disturbance, guys. Am I audible now? Is it any better or is there still a problem? I'm not sharing my screen, it's just my voice. Can you guys hear me? It's clear? Okay. Okay. Yes. Is there like a lot of background noise by any chance, or is that fine? I've changed my location, so is there any background noise? Yes or no? No? Okay. Great, great, great. I'm really sorry for the disturbance, guys. Really sorry. Yes. So we'll start off again. Just one second. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Just one second. I hope the screen is visible. I hope the screen is visible to all of you. Yes? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, okay. Okay. So coming back to, your agency flows and all of that, what happens and how it works. So like, when you are setting your targets also, or, anything with your alignment of the team, anything that you're planning, all of that also you need to put it out there in a proper deck, and only then is it going to be possible, right? Next, the most important thing which usually people mess up uh, somehow, which is your social media planning. Okay, so this over here, what happens is you actually set your targets, right? You set your targets, and whatever is required, that you are telling the company or you're telling the brand that you're going to be looking into. These targets, when you set it, and then when you're presenting it also, it needs to look convincing, right? It needs to look convincing to the brand, and only then are they going to opt for it or go for something like that, right? It needs to look very convincing for them. So that time, the kind of things that you're adding also is very, very important. Like, the way you put your content, the way you map it out, what are the things you add, what are the things you do not add. All of these things also are very important. Okay. Now, coming to what actually a marketing deck does, and what is the use of it, or why is it very, very important when we're talking about marketing? The first thing is, when you're presenting a campaign idea, it comes, there is a clarity that is there, right? Clarity and like a visual impact. You need to show what actually, example, if I'm telling you all about graphics does this, graphics does that. I need to actually bring something in front of your eyes and show you the difference it creates from, a normal image to graphics. Whatever difference is there, I need to put it out there. Only then will you be able to relate to it and go ahead with it. Okay. Then only you will understand what it is. The next thing, you pitch products and services to prospective clients. When you're pitching your product or your service, that time also you will require a deck. Next, convincing investors and all of that. The points are somewhere the same only. Yeah, so this is what your deck will do for you. This is the purpose of your deck. And in this industry, you use your deck. Also, when you are creating something, example, when you're creating a video, okay, or when you're creating a deck, you need to be very clear about the things that you're going to be adding and the purpose of why you're going to be adding that. The purpose of why you're going to be adding that. It needs to be very, very clear. So that is something you include in your deck. Okay. Moving to the next thing. Moving to the next thing. Yeah. Understanding of your audience. So, very simple. When you're creating a deck, you need to understand what your audience is, right? What do they need? What are they looking for? What are the things that you're supposed to put in that particular deck, right? So, the first thing, like different purposes, there are different decks. First thing is your investors. Okay. What do investors actually look for? Your growth metrics, your revenue opportunity. So let's say you're saying that this is the product I'm selling. I want to invest in this particular product. So that time, that is again a part of your marketing only, right? The reason you get in investors is not just for money, it is also for marketing purposes. How many of you are aware about this? Any idea about this, where you get your investors not just for money and also for marketing purposes? Do you guys agree or disagree? The chat box is open. Please go ahead and answer. So coming back, yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. Agree. Okay. Can you name some brands for me that, have investors, not for the sake of money, but for the sake of like marketing purposes? Any idea? Any brands that you guys are aware of? Spring do this. Okay. If you could elaborate a little bit, Hardeep, about Spring do this as in, I didn't really get you. Spring is master. Okay. 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 So this is something, and some brands present in Shark Tank, but if they got investors or not, they will definitely get marketing to their brand perfect. Yes. A lot of people also require their marketing. I mean, they only go to, these investors and others just for marketing purposes only, right? Also, you must have noticed, with a lot of brands, they tie up with CEOs and other things of uh, other brands only and only for their marketing purposes. Even their collaborations happen only for marketing purposes, right? So over here, what I'm trying to say is when you're creating your deck, you need to understand what this deck is for. World Wildlife Fund. Okay. So when you're creating your deck, what you need to understand is why the purpose of you creating this deck and who your audience is. If it's an investor, what are you actually looking for from that investor, right? Even in your marketing perspective, that is something you need to be clear about. Coming to the next thing is your clients. So this is where, let's say, I am running my own marketing agency and I have clients and I'm telling them, this is the kind of growth I'm going to get you, or this is the kind of marketing that I'm going to do for you. This is the kind of team I'm going to give you. The team has so much experience, this and all of that. When you're saying all this, that time, the outcome, like they say, branding outcomes and the ROI, all of that is something you'll have to showcase. So how do you go ahead and showcase that? Again, that is in your pitch deck itself. You need to be very clear about, what the deck is. Sometimes brand give share to brand ambassadors. Yes, they do. Absolutely. I think it's in terms of a lot of, I am not sure, but there are a lot of cosmetic brands that have actually given, uh, how do I say, uh, their shares to the brand ambassadors of their brand. I think something with this, I'm not very sure. So I want to give, yes, this is something I heard of. Your food. Yes, I think that is the one. I'm not very sure, but yes. So, okay, coming back to the clients, okay, let's say you're running a digital marketing agency and then you're telling that this is what you're going to give to your client and all of that. That time also a deck is very important, and everything that you want to tell about what you're going to bring on the table to the certain client, your deck is very, very important. Anything like you guys would like to, ma'am, your voice is breaking in middle. Is it still breaking, guys? Is everyone facing that problem? Okay, just 1 second then. Just 1 second. Yes. Okay. I hope we will not be facing that issue anymore. But if at all you still do, let me know. Am I audible now? Really sorry about this networking and the network issue. I just changed the location from where I class, so maybe that's why from tomorrow I'll be back where I usually be. Yes. Okay, Hardeep is put our Parker doesn't contract for snacks. They're sharing a certain units profit under contract. Okay, yes, yes. So this is something very common and is usually there, right? Now, moving to the next thing, which is also very important when we're talking about your students and learners, right? Sometimes when you are making pitch or learners or like, a young crowd, especially the young crowd, that time you get into, your creativity, learning outcomes, visual storytelling. Now, what is visual storytelling? Any idea? Please feel free to put it up on the chat box. What is a visual storytelling? If you guys have any answers, what is visual storytelling? What does it mean? Red for Coke. Okay. But how is, okay. Any other answers that you guys have? Video editing. Visual storytelling helps brands connect emotionally with audience through visuals and designs. Perfect. Visual storytelling is basically, you're putting out, let's say you're telling something to the student, make it relatable to them, and other things that you need to like convince them, Coke Studio. Okay. Yes. So visual storytelling is where in a visual, like, with visuals itself, it is enough to put your brand out there, right? So that is in terms of your visual storytelling. The next thing you see helps clients to connect more. Yes. Visual storytelling is something that will help you connect easily with you. Moving to the next thing, which is your customers. So let's say you are running a business and for your own business, you're doing your marketing. So that time you will be interacting with the customers directly, right? Right now, as like so far we were talking about, let's say I am doing it for a certain brand. I am a part of a digital marketing agency, then it is different. But right now, what we're talking about is let's say you are interacting with the customers directly. So that time, all of this, your deck that you're putting out for your customers or for their understanding is also very, very important, right? Moving to the next thing. Yeah. So a very important thing in marketing, not just in marketing, in general, if you are in any profession that has something to do with you talking or you convincing or you marketing or anything of that sort, something very important is your storytelling. Now, coming to what is storytelling? Before that, what does storytelling actually help with? The best marketing presentations are not lists of facts. They are narratives. Storytelling keeps audience engaged, makes ideas memorable, and creates an emotional connect that data alone cannot achieve. Compiling story transforms a pitch into a conversation. Yes. And what you should keep in mind, we'll get to that. But what is actually storytelling is basically, you do not just straight up go and, say that this is the product, this is what it does. Please go ahead and, invest in it or choose this, or making that kind of awareness is not something that is marketing. What you do is you make it relatable to the audience, you make them connect with it. Example, if I am telling you that, so and so product is really good and I think you should buy it, you may or may not relate to it. But let's say I start off, or let's say I'm telling you about a certain course that you should be doing, you may or may not take it up. But let's say I tell you my entire journey of how that course has helped me. Example, like I'll start off with how I was in college, and during college I did the course, and then I messed up with not doing it during my college. I did it after college. So it took some time. I wasted some time, as in where I could have done it during my college itself. I did it after college. So it took me like a month or two. And all of this, let's say I tell you an entire storyline is there around what I'm telling you. It is going to be relatable for you. Let's say I just randomly come and tell you digital marketing course is great. Please go ahead and do it. I doubt how many of you are going to listen. But let's say I tell you my journey of how digital marketing courses actually helped me, that will make sense to you, right? So when you see our XLR ka, the video that plays, before the class as well, you must have noticed how, there are students who are talking about their journey. So in that video, if you ask me, something where every student will relate is when that student is actually talking about their journey. They're telling how their classes were, they were telling how their faculty was. So all of this really helps. Storytelling is the most important thing in marketing because one, you need to engage that audience. If you are not able to engage that audience, trust me, you will never make business or convert a potential customer to a customer or a client. That's never going to happen, right? So you need to, one, be engaging, you need to engage them. Also, second thing, you need to make it relatable to them. If I am going to, somebody of my parents' age and I am telling them something, some trend that has come of, the Gen Z trend, they will not relate to it at all, right? So going ahead and, if I want to make it relatable to them, I need to tell them a story of how their age group people are also adapting this trend and how their age group people are going ahead. They're doing this, they're doing that, showing them maybe a couple of pictures, videos, then it'll be relatable to them. Yes? Yeah. So now, how do you do your simple storytelling? First thing you start off with the current situation. Example, I'll give you a simple storytelling thing so that you understand better. Okay. Let's assume the current situation is uh, unemployment, or students who are done with their degree, and like they have good CGPAs and they still do not have a job. At the end of it, at the end of 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, however long the degree is, they still do not have a job. Let's assume this is the current situation. And I'm not saying, when I'm saying this, I'm not saying everybody is like that. What I'm saying is the majority part is somebody who do not get placed uh, up to the expectations they have. Okay, so let's assume that's the situation. Now, coming to what is the problem, right? What is the problem? Simple. The problem is there are graduates, but there are no skilled graduates. Lately, corporate or any industry you see, when they are hiring a candidate, they want skilled people. They do not want to spend money on their employee on training them again. They do not want to go ahead with that. What they want is they want skilled employees who already know everything, right? This is something, this is the demand of the corporate. So that is the problem. Okay, now coming to the solution. What is the solution? Very simple. Students need to upskill during their college, as in what you study in college is one thing. You need to develop some skills during your college. So it could be, your technical skills, your non-technical skills, digital marketing skills, communication skills. It could be any skill. But what you need to do is you need to have your skill development during your college time itself. So, like, for example, you guys are attending this digital marketing training. The reason you're attending it, very simple. This is a skill you're learning. This is a skill you're developing. So maybe that is going to help you. That is going to open a new career path for you. So this is the solution. Now, coming to the marketing plan. How would I go ahead with the marketing plan? Simple. I will put it out there. Let's say I'm talking to your college about this, or let's say I'm talking to students directly. Either ways, how can we go ahead with this, right? What do we do? So example, I am telling the students that every 6 months you should do one course which is beyond what is a part of your syllabus, right? So how I can maybe set a timeline, then I can set the amount of money it would require, and the amount of time it would require, the kind of skills you need to learn, what are the skills that are going to be beneficial for you, all of this. Coming to the last thing, which is your expected results. Okay, expected results is maybe showing stats of how there are just graduates and their job rate, placement rate, and then coming to the people who actually did their degree as well as upskilling during degree, seeing their placement rate. That is going to be like a clear comparison. And something that always works is your comparison. The minute you compare the current situation to the situation you're predicting is going to happen, is always something which excites a lot of people. Yes, movies and series also help in making easy to go into people. Absolutely, yes. Let's say you want to put a certain idea out there, and then the minute you relate it to a movie and all of that, since maximum, if it's a famous movie, and since maximal people have watched it, there is always a relatable this thing that happens. For example, if you go to any graphic designing, anybody or anywhere where they teach VFX and graphic designing and all of that, they will for sure take the example of these movies like I'm not sure, Bahubali kind of movies, which has like a lot of VFX and all of that. They take examples of those movies and tell that this is the amount of money that was spent in making that movie. The only reason why the VFX ka budget was so much, I'm sure you must have heard this. Why? To make the customers or make the students or make the clients understand that this is the kind of market it has, how much money is there in this market and all of that. Yes. So your storytelling is very important. If you're just abruptly going to come up and say a statement or say something, people understanding, relating is very unlikely. But the minute you give them an entire storyline and then you tell them a story about what happens and how it happens, it is going to be extremely, extremely relatable to them. Okay. Now, moving to the next thing, behind the scenes they used to show us. Yes. Now, coming to the slide layout and how you arrange your content. You've understood there needs to be a storytelling and all of that. Now, how do you arrange this content? What content do you put first? What content do you put second? That is what we're going to look into. Okay, first thing is lead with the focus area. The most important information should anchor the slide visually. So basically your first slide, okay, it should have something so catchy that the there is a curiosity that is there on what is coming next. The minute you put up a slide, there should be curiosity in front of the person that what is going to come up next, what is he going to tell next, what is he going to do next. So that needs to be there. Okay. The next thing, apply visual hierarchy. So use larger headings and then bold keywords, verified font weights to signal importance. And then slowly, as in when you're coming down, as in like let's say the start of the page is all, bold and large headings. As in when you come down, the heading size, the bold and all of that is going to keep reducing. So that is basically creating your visual hierarchy or whatever you want, that whatever has more importance is in bold, whatever is not that important is in like uh it's not in bold, it's just there in the normal font. Like you must have noticed when you're making reports in your college, let's say you do a project and then you're making a report, anything that's important that is there, you always put it in bold. Just one statement of maybe 2 3 lines is, or one statement of 5 6 words is put in bold. Why? To emphasize on the importance of that. Yes. Next thing, align to a grid. Keep all elements aligned to an invisible grid. Example, I will tell you. Let's say you are creating a poster. Okay. Usually, when you create a poster, there is no requirement of it having a border and all of that. But when we're talking about an ideal poster, you always have a border that is there. You always have a border that is there. You never actually put up the border, but you leave that much space and then go ahead and do it. Example, next thing, let's say you're making a brochure. Safe margins, perfect. Yes. Let's say you're making a brochure, okay, and there's a fold in the middle. What you usually do, you leave some space over there for that fold to be happening because the minute you fold, there's going to be a crease. That crease should not eliminate, as in, let's say there is a sentence written there, that crease is going to affect the word or the sentence that is written over there. That shouldn't happen. So that's why you always leave an empty space in the middle if you know there's going to be a fold, if you know there's going to be a crease. Okay. So that is also something that you look into, aligning to the grid. Okay. The fourth thing and most important thing, respect white space. Empty space is not wasted space, it is a design tool. Breathing room around elements improves readability and makes key points stand out with greater impact. So, what happens is, even I have told you this a couple of times, and seeing your work at times, I also say that, it is a little too empty. Fill some elements. Filling elements is not just crowding up an entire sheet. That is not filling elements. There should be enough white space or blank space also, because something extremely crowded, nobody would want to look at it, right? So do not crowd it. Of course, add all the information that is required, but do not overcrowd it. And leave some emptiness also in it, leave some space, white space in it, or basically your empty space in it, if you want the best results or if you want it to come out really well and look really good. This is a rule that we use even with designing. Let's say you're making a logo also, they always say the white space, like, how when we're learning about numbers, somewhere zero is the, we always say that zero is the most important number, right? Because the more zeros you add, the number keeps increasing, right? At the same time, zero is something that is below one. So when you're saying 1, 2, 3, 4, zero comes below that, but zero has its own importance. That's the same thing with your white space in designing. In designing white space, leaving that white space, even if you're making a logo or whatever, is very important. You must have seen brand logos also. Any famous brand you take, there is always some space left. It is not cluttered. Whereas, if you see a small startup or if you see a small shop that is there around, around your house, and they've just randomly made a logo, you'll see they do not leave any empty space. Whereas you pick any big brand and you see the logo of theirs, they're going to have a decent amount of empty space around it or in it. However, the reason this happens is because, same like how your zero is important when you're talking about numbers, white space is important when you're talking about designing. No matter what you're designing, that white space is extremely, extremely important. So same with your deck. Let's say you're creating a PPT or a deck, make sure there is enough amount of white space. Okay, moving to the next thing. Yeah, using of your images, icons, and mockups. How do you go ahead with this? What is a product mockup? Any idea? What is your product mockup? What does it mean? Showing visual how it can be appear, and then your digital version and all of that. Yes, perfect. So your product mockups is basically, on screen in real environment, what your product is going to look like. Let's say I'm saying this is the product, these are the dimensions. So, that's why there are these AR videos and all of that, to understand the product, how it's going to look like. Yes, VR, AR, all of that comes into picture. So you can understand what the product is going to look like, what the dimensions are, and all of that. So your product, sorry, photo shoot. Okay. So your product mock-up is very, very important. Let's say you're talking about a product, what it's going to look like, what it's going to do. A prototype is very important. Basically, a prototype. Okay, moving to the next thing, your consistent icons. Now, using icons is definitely important, and but using clean and consistent icons. Example, in the start of the PPT, let's say you started using your icons which are white in color or black in color, and then slowly you've just shifted the color, shifted the size. If you're using a very simple thing, I'll tell you, I have seen people when they're writing, the CTA on their posters, the phone icon is of a different size, whereas the address, the location icon is of a different size. That is something you shouldn't be doing. It needs to be uniform. How we say about text, right? If you're using a certain font size, keep using that font size only. So same with your icons also. If you're using a certain icon, make sure you continue using the same size, same kind of icon. Do not keep changing it. Next, social previews. Display platform preview and add mockups to make your social strategy tangible. Basically, on socially how this product is going to act, or how this is going to, how the audience is going to accept this or not accept this, is something that you can put up. Now, coming to the do's and don'ts that you shouldn't be doing. More than the do's, I feel like we've seen a lot of do's, what you should be doing and what not. What you shouldn't be doing is something which is very important. So first thing is random generic stock photos with no relevance, or no context relevance. Do you know what are stock photos? Any idea, guys, what are stock photos? Paid photo, okay. Available on Google, available on internet. Photos which are already available on the internet. Example, Perfect Psychobar. The photos that we can use without getting any copyright. Basically, these photos are something which is not clicked by you. These are not AI generated. This is something which is already on the internet or, either on Google, on Pinterest, or some of the other application. It is already there. You are just using those photos. Do not go ahead with that because it, one, does not look realistic enough. Second, it looks like you've picked it up from somewhere and pasted it there. So do not use that. Next thing is your overcrowding slides with too many competing visuals. So let's say there is one slide and there are like a lot of images on it. Of course, it is going to create a visual imbalance. So that is something you're not supposed to do. Then pixelated images, as in the low quality images, like, always make sure with images or photos or anything that you're using, the quality of it should be great, right? The quality is something you shouldn't mess up with. Okay. So that is something you can look into. Now, mixing multiple icon styles within the same deck. Like I said sometime, have you're mixing it up, that is something you shouldn't be doing, right? If you're using one icon, make sure you're using the same thing. Do not keep adding new things to it and new different icons to it. That is again going to create a uh very that's going to create a huge visual imbalance. Yes. Coming to what you should actually be doing, simple. Using your high quality, high resolution images, maintain consistency with the icons and the styles that you're using. Choose visuals that are directly relevant to the content only. Use phone or laptop frames based on the frame. So, like I said yesterday, also, if you're posting it on Facebook, it's a different kind of frame. If you're making a PPT, it's a different kind of frame. PPTs are never, a portrait, it's always landscape. So, all of these things you should be looking into, right? Now, for your data presentation, what you can be using, you can use pie charts, donut charts, bar graphs, and what your marketing deck should be having in case of when you are telling that this is the kind of marketing you're going to get to the brand on any social media platform. First thing, the kind of audience you're going to reach and how much audience are you going to reach in how much time. Second thing, engagement. Basically, how many likes it's going to get, how many comments it's going to get, how many shares it's going to get, that. Next, the gain of followers, the more followers that they're going to gain at the end of that. Also the web traffic, the visits that they're going to have on their ads or any campaign that they're putting up, the kind of visits they're going to have. Last but not the least, the sales growth. Because end of the day, somewhere marketing is also to improve, one, the brand value, also to attract more customers. Yes. So your sales growth is also very important. Now, what you do is you choose the right kind of visual. So I will be sharing this PPT. It's basically what is used for what, right? Let's say you're using a pie chart, it is used for your budget allocation and all of that. Let's say you're using your bar graphs or column graphs, it is used for, at what period of time, what is going to be happening. Okay, then your timelines, which you need to be very specific about. So let's say you're saying that it is going to reach a certain kind of, certain kind of audience or a certain kind of thing at the end of 1 week or at the end of 2 weeks or whatever. So that also you should be specifying very clearly. Next thing, your comparison tables. Like I said, from the current situation to what the situation is going to be later on, that is something which is going to relate the most. Example, if I right now share a statistical, like a graph with your a comparison table basically with you, saying that this is what is happening right now. But let's say you go ahead and do this course and, take it seriously. This is what is going to happen after that. So this is also very important. Next thing is your infographics. So this is infographic is basically you can have one image which summarizes everything, right? It is, yeah, which summarizes your complex data into like a basic scannable visual story. So again, your infographics also play a huge role. Now, how do you go ahead and design this infographic? I can introduce you to one tool, which is called your Google Notebook LM. So there is an option for infographic. What you do is you give a prompt. It is going to generate an infographic for you. You guys can actually go ahead and try it. It's very, I'll give you maybe 2 minutes. What you have to do is go search for Google LM, or I'll just show you 1 second. I'll just show you how that works. 1 second. Just 1 second, guys. Yes, I hope you can see my screen. Okay, I'll show you what it does. So let's say I'm going for Google Notebook LM. Okay, so this is what the logo looks like, right? It's your notebooklm.google. So you go there. I'll show you a very simple way of how you can, actually create, because infographics is something which is very complicated to create when you're creating it. Okay. So how you can do it just with a prompt. And I would like you guys also to try it. See, here there's an option for infographic. Generate an AI infographic based on your source. So I will add a source over here. Uh, just 1 second. So you need to add a source, like, it could be a YouTube video, like you see here. See, you can add a you can add a YouTube video, a link, or whatever you want to go upload a PDF, drive, a text, whatever you like. Okay, I'm importing all of them. I am not very sure of what this is, but I'm just importing all of this, something to do with the digital marketing only. Okay. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is generate an infographic. So I'll just click on that and then wait for like a couple of minutes and I'll have my infographic there. So based on whatever is getting generated over here is based on the sources that I have given. The reason I'm doing this is because just so you have a clarity of what is infographics. So let's say I'm talking about digital marketing infographics, what it is, you will get a little bit of clarity. We can chat with docs, extract text data, create slides and podcasts. Yes, you can. Brain map. Yes, you can. So here, yeah, you have your mind map also. You can create a video. You can create. This is just an AI tool which is very beneficial for students. So I'll tell you something about this AI tool, a little apart from the topic that we're covering, but I'll tell you something about this AI tool, why students use it mainly. So here, you have the option of adding source. Okay, so you add, let's say you're preparing for your Python subject exam, you add all the documents that are shared from the faculty or from the college to you. You can add your YouTube links, which has everything in detail. You can maybe pick something from ChatGPT. You can put it out there. Okay. Once it is done, you create a mind map. Okay. Mind map is basically, it's going to show that, this is the three main classifications under this is the classification under that. I'll just generate a mind map also so I can show you. Okay, not just that, one more reason why this is very beneficial is, let's say you're creating reports for college, your data table, your entire report can be done. And if there is any faculty in the meeting right now, so for interactive classes, we create quizzes, right, for students. So here also, so you just put in the data. Let's say you've covered a certain topic today. You put in the data over here, you click on quiz, it's going to generate a quiz. You can also add the number of questions you would want and all of that. You can also add the number of questions and all of that. So you will get your quiz also maybe within few seconds. It does take some time because the number of sources I've added is huge. And like we already know, there is some problem with my connectivity today. Yeah, minute to minute meeting summary. Great. Yes. So we'll be seeing this. And once we see this, we'll get back to our PPT. Somehow the mind map is done first. I'll just show you what a mind map looks like. So, let's say for any of your exams or anything that you're studying, it's going to be really, really easy. Like, the minute you have a mind map, I mean, with me at least, let's say I have a lot of things to keep in mind. And then I have like, example with the company I work for, if there's a certain plan or if I have to explain to somebody how I'm going to go about the training, I simply make a mind map of what I'm going to be doing. And then slowly, I can explain each and everything. And creating a mind map hardly takes you like, few minutes, a couple of minutes. Creating a PPT takes you some time. So whereas a mind map, see, digital marketing strategy and trends. So these are the different trends. Just one second. Yeah, now if I'm, you see this? This is what your mind map does. So now for me to explain or even look into it is going to be very, very easy. So that is something that you can go ahead and do for your mind map. Infographic, I don't know, is it I think something went wrong with the infographic. Something went wrong with it. We'll just try to generate it again. So yeah, this is a great tool that will help you with your education. And like, you could be a student or a faculty either. This tool is going to really, really be beneficial for you. It's an AI tool, which I think is a great tool, especially for education. So one second, I'll show you what the infographic is going to look like. Actually, we'll just continue with the class, and once this is done, we'll look into it. We will just continue because there are a couple of topics I have to cover today. So that what do you do? What do you add in your social media marketing slides? So first thing, your platform strategy. So you define which platform you are targeting. So let's say you're targeting your Instagram or your YouTube or LinkedIn, whatever you're targeting, you put that out first. Next, your content ideas and themes. What is going to be the idea? You don't give them the content exactly because obviously, if you share all your creative with them, all your work is already shared with them, they can do it themselves, right? So you give them enough information so they get an idea of what is going to be the final work, yet they don't know the entire thing, right? Coming to the next thing, which is your posting schedules and calendars. This is where the maximum brands and digital marketing, experts face problems. So let's say the brand wants you to post every day, whereas to get huge or get good reach, posting every day is not going to get you good reach because it is going to simply split your audience. So that is something that, where brands and companies usually face a problem. So that is something you need to look into. Next, your ad creatives and influencer ideas. So if you're getting a certain kind of influencer example, let's say there is an influencer from the entertainment industry, you will obviously not get her to do something with education or institutes, right? So these are the things that, you keep in mind. You put up influencers based on the industry they are. So let's say you're opening a new restaurant and then, you are getting a digital marketing expert to look into it. So obviously you will, when it comes to influencers, you'll add all of these food bloggers and they will be talking about it. They'll be doing their visits to the restaurant, they'll put up reels and all of that for the restaurant. So all of these things you need to tell the brand initially only, because with brands it is always a problem when it comes to things like, our brand is a this kind of brand, and then you've got an influencer like this. It doesn't work for us, it damages our brand image, brand value, all of that. So these are something that you need to be very careful and cautious about. So these are something that you need to be very careful and cautious about. And your delivering skills. So let's say when you're putting things out there, very simple, be very clear. Do not make promises that you will not be able to, live up to, or that are unrealistic just to get the client. Do not make promises like that, because that is again a problem. So, the way you present, the way you talk, all of that you need to be very careful about. Now, professional tip for better marketing decks. Simple, your visual consistency, content quality, exporting and sharing. Always one thing very important that I have seen. People create their entire work and then, while they are downloading it, they somehow mess up the quality of what they're downloading. So that is something also you need to be very careful about. Whatever you're downloading, make sure it is of good quality and good, content, as in the content is of good quality, right? Yes. Now, coming to what I would like you guys to do, let me just check if that thing is done. Okay, it's somehow not happening. I think something wrong. So you can try doing it. That's how you do it. Okay. So now I'll tell you what I want you to be doing for today. I have a small task for all of you guys because I feel like it's enough of theory, and me teaching you. So I'll tell you what I want you to do. Okay. Just 1 second. Just hold on for a second, guys. Okay, so what I want you to do is want you to create a marketing deck by yourself right now. Okay, and I'm giving you only three industries. You cannot change the industry to anything else. Just three industries. The first industry would be either to do with restaurants or hotels. The second, I mean, the first industry is just restaurants and like, related to food. The second industry is your hotels, like, let's say or if not hotels, even a travel agency that provides like these packages to travel to different countries or different states in India or however like that, or hotels like somewhere where you can live and it's an experience and you can all of that. So that is your hotels. The third thing that I'm letting you get into is institutions or education. These are the three topics that you have to pick. You can create a assume you are pitching to, let's say, a big client. If you're talking about food, okay, McDonald's, let's say you're pitching to McDonald's, what would you pitch? How would you do their marketing? You can take any famous brand, and I'm sure you're aware of what they lack, correct? Okay, is my voice still not clear? Guys, just quick yes or no. Is my voice clear? Yes or no? Is my voice clear, guys? Yes, yes. Oh, thank God. Okay. Then I think somebody said not clear. Okay. So what I want you to do is you can either pick one of these industries. It's either your hotel business or travel packages. Second is your restaurants. Third is something to do with institutes or education or something like that. Any of these three topics you can pick. And what I want you to do is create an entire um, deck all by yourself on Canva or anything. And definitely, guys, you can have a problem with that. But do not display content that you have, just the do that. You can definitely take ideas from AI, from Pinterest, from any source. There is no problem. But do not copy paste the same thing. Okay. So you can start working on this, and then maybe after some time, I'll ask you guys to present. Is it clear? Yes or no? Are you clear with what you have to do? Yes or no, guys? Are you clear on what you have to do right now? No, ma'am. Okay. I'll tell you once again. What you have to do is I kept talking about, creating a deck, creating a marketing deck, creating a marketing deck. What you need to do is you need to create a marketing deck right now. Okay? Assume that you are a digital marketing expert. You are approaching, let's say McDonald's, saying that, this is the kind of audience you have, and or not McDonald's, let's say anything, Rameshwaram Cafe in Bangalore, right? You're telling that so many people know about it, this, that, but on social media, I will get you this reach, or this is my marketing strategy for your brand. Rameshwaram Cafe, they have their own marketing strategy. But now you have something else in mind. You can pick any brand of your choice, come up with a nice marketing strategy for them, and also create a deck on what I'm on, and create a deck and pitch it in the class. Is it clear to you right now, or still not clear? If it's not clear, I'll actually put up a written document so you can read it and maybe then understand. Is it clear or not, guys? Yes or no? You have to basically create a marketing deck, come up with a new marketing strategy for any brand of your choice, and create a deck. Preferably, the brand that you're coming up, the brand that you're planning to create a deck for should either be something from the hotel industry, restaurants, or travel packages like these travel companies or education companies, preferably. But you want to do something else, you can go ahead and do that. Is it clear? Yes, no, that's yeah, yes. Good job. And also, just a request, do not generate an entire deck from AI and put it up here. Don't do that. Ma'am, only voice and video, please. I cannot understand what that means, Maruti. If you could just explain what you mean. Yes. So, yeah, go ahead and start with this. And you can start working on it. In some time, I'll give you the opportunity to present if you want to. And then we can discuss. Got it? Quickly, got it? Yes, no. Everyone in the meeting, yes or no? Quickly, quickly, guys. Yes, perfect. Aman said yes. Sai Kumar, yes. My dear, attendance link will be given to you at 8:30. There's 2 more minutes to 8:30. Attendance link will be given to you. Just wait till 8:30. You will get it on time. Don't worry. Yeah. Please start with the task that has been given to you. Then after some time, I'll ask you to present it. So you can start. The attendance link is right there, right above your text is the attendance link. And if you guys have any doubts, the chat box is open. Please feel free to go ahead and ask me your questions. I'll answer it for you. If you have any doubts, please feel free to go ahead and use the chat box. I will help you with it. Yeah, I'm really sorry. To prepare digital marketing deck in which we want to do, ma'am, in Canva only, my dear. Yesterday I told you about Canva in Canva itself. I taught you how to do it on Canva yesterday, right? Same thing. I'm really sorry I didn't see the chat. Sorry. On Canva itself. For all those of you asking for the attendance link, just scroll up. The attendance link is right there. You have joined us now. Please scroll up. And yes, it's been posted again. Rajashri Ghosh. Yes, would you like to present it? Amar, can we please give them the access to share their screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Rajshri, you can please go ahead and present what you've put up. And then, I mean, if you want to explain also, you can. I think you have the access to share your screen and unmute yourself as well.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, hello. Are you able to present your screen, my dear?
Yes, ma'am, I am presenting.
Okay. Present and tell us about what you've done, how you've done it.
This is the main page. Um, um, the second,
Okay.
first slide, marketing deck of one of our my nearest restaurant, Hungry Eyes,
Okay.
and the second page is where the content of the PPT.
Okay.
About our restaurant team members, food trend, and our business goal. Mm, This is the about something little a bit about the restaurant. And this team member just as false, but
Okay.
this is our services.
Who we
Business.
are, increase brand awareness, attract more local
Sorry,
customers.
this is the heading is wrong. I have entered wrongly. Our service.
Okay, what is the
Business
heading actually?
business goals.
Okay, business goals. Okay.
And this is the specialist of the restaurant.
So the different kinds of cuisines you order,
Yes.
okay, the specialities of the
Nice.
restaurant.
Specialist of
Okay,
the restaurant. This, thank you.
okay. So something about this, just one thing. Where did you make this?
Canva.
On Canva. Okay. So a couple of things, if you ask me. No, don't stop presenting. Wait. Just one second. Go back to your PPT.
Okay.
I mean, go to the PowerPoint. Go to the table of contents page.
Okay, ma'am.
I think the second page. Yes. So you see how here there is testimony, food price. The actually, the amount of things that are mentioned in the table of contents has not been covered totally. If you see,
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
But I just make it
So
as a
either
template.
edit this. Okay, this is just a template. You made this template by yourself.
No, from Canva. Download from Canva.
Okay, so what are the changes that you made in this?
Content.
Okay. Okay, see, just one more. I mean, I understand this is just a template, but just you see on this page only, the specialities is in bold, whereas the food price testimony contact us is not in bold. You see, like,
Yes.
when I was talking about, having that consistency throughout. So this is
Yes.
what I was talking about. But still, for the first time, it's like a great try. So good job. Really nice, Raj.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, pronounce your name is?
Rajarsi.
Rajashri. Okay, good job. Really nice. Well done. For the first time, it's a great thing.
Ma'am, I am currently working as a marketing expert.
Oh, you are working as a marketing expert?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about your experience. Like what do you do? How long have you been working as a marketing expert? You can stop
I will
sharing your
give,
screen.
I
Oh,
will give you
okay. Facebook?
some
Okay.
some my workings I will share you.
So you put up your work on Facebook, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Please show me what you do. Okay, so this is the restaurant. Oh, on the same restaurant you created the deck.
I handle this restaurant marketing.
Okay. Okay. So this is all created by you?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you use for creating all of this?
Canva.
Good job. Okay, if you don't mind sharing with the rest of the class, since you're already working as a digital marketing expert, how long have you been doing this for?
I am currently working with 1 and 5 years.
You're currently working with
1 and 5 years. 1.5 years. Sorry.
1.5 years. Kavita, can you please mute yourself? Yes. So you've been working for 1.5 years. So is this the only restaurant that you've been doing marketing for, or there are other companies as well?
Other company also in this.
Okay. So this is traders.
This is
Okay.
a furniture shop, basically.
Which city or which state do you belong from?
West Bengal, Bardhaman.
Oh, great. Really nice. So all of this is created by you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good job. Really nice. So how has your journey been so far? Is this your main thing, or is it your side thing, or how is it? Tell us a little about that.
This is my side income because I am currently working. I'm currently pursuing MCA, Master of Computer Application, and
You're
this is my
doing your MCA from which college?
Durgapur Institute of Advanced Technology Management.
Great. So once you're done with your college, you do this.
No, before entering college, I am working in this.
Okay. So you're in which semester or like which year? First year?
Oh, no, I am fourth semester last year.
Last year. Okay. So this is what you're doing. Great. You want to pursue your career in digital marketing or something to do with MCA, or how is it?
After MCA, if I get this side business like
So this is
If I,
always going to be your side thing. You're not going to make it your main thing.
if
Let's
I
say you
get
have 10 clients.
not 5 to 8 clients currently.
Okay, let's say you get 10 big clients. Then will this still be your side thing or your main thing?
Side thing.
One more question. How did you, I mean, the owners of these particular brands, are they your friends? Do you know them? How did you like pitch to them that, this is something you will do for them? How did you do that?
We are two friends. And one friend is managing the pricing and the total deal with the shops and the company, and I am
Okay.
working as a backend.
Oh, okay. Good job. Really nice. Really nice. I hope you do well with this. Great. Good job. You can stop presenting.
Okay,
I think we have Shanavaz. Yes. Would you like to present your work, Shanavaz? Are you able to share your screen? There is an option down next to, seeing the number of participants and all of that. There is an option called share. Click on that, and then you will be able to present your screen. Sultan Perfumes. Is this you, Shanavaz? Yes, I think Shanavaz only is presenting. Yes, are you able to unmute yourself, Shanavaz?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Please tell us a little about your brand. How did you make this? What is this?
One second, ma'am. One second. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes, my dear. I can hear you. Please tell me.
Using Canva, I prepared this PPT, ma'am, yesterday. So this
Okay.
is about
So this is, you did
this
this on
is
your phone, is it?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Move to the
This
next
is about
slide.
this is about our perfumes, ma'am.
Okay.
About us, our perfumes. Perfume is a brand of atomic oils, fragrance compounds, and natural extract used to create a pleasant and sense of the body and environment and
Okay.
lifestyle products. This is a luxury and personally emotion and self-expression. So we
Okay.
have our service about our service, how we provide a service to our customers and how we provide a product. We create a luxury fragrance and design to impress confidence and elegance individually. Our service combines premium quality, modern comfort and timeless specifications. And the second service about us premium ingredients and long-lasting fragrance. We have provided about our service.
Okay.
So in our project, we have up to 80% of flat discount and 50% flat discount. And
Okay.
our project is creating a modern luxury perfumes uh, and improve the more elegance and innovation and emotional connection through a perfume fragrance. And
Okay.
our mission is about to quality and authenticity and quantity and about fragrance with long lasting and customer best customer experience. And
Okay.
get in touch with, I have created phone and website link and account of our perfumes brand. So
Okay.
thank you.
Good job, Shanawaz. I really mean, for the first time, especially doing it on your phone, great job. And
Nice one, nice one.
yes, so where are you from, Shanavas?
I'm basically from Kolar, Bangalore,
So you are in
Karnataka.
Bangalore, right? I mean, okay. So you are
I'm
in
present in
Kolar
Kolar.
right now.
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Which college are you from,
Government
Shanavas?
first grade degree college.
Great, good job. And you are pursuing, what are you studying?
Ma'am, I'm studying in BCA,
Okay, which year?
second year, fourth sem, ma'am.
Second year, fourth sem. If I'm not wrong, your exams are going on right now?
Yes, ma'am. No, until date are announced. June 1 or 2, maybe it for practical exams, maybe
Will
starts, ma'am.
start. Oh,
Yes,
good, good, good. Also, you see Hardeep on the
now
chat has a question for you. Is it for B2B or D2C?
B2B, I think, ma'am.
Business to business. So from one business, you're selling it to another business.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you a little clarity, B2B is from one business to another business. D2C is direct to consumer. So a business model where the brand sells directly to the customer. So you are manufacturing this and you are selling it to a customer. There is no other vendor
Yes,
involved.
ma'am.
It is
Direct.
you.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
ma'am. No. Direct to customer.
so you are a D2C company, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are learning digital marketing because you want to pursue your career in this, or what is it, Shanavas?
Ma'am, my HOD has told to try this once digital marketing and
Your
learn.
HOD asked you to attend the classes, or you're attending classes?
No, no, ma'am. I can use. I'm seeing. I'm experiencing about digital marketing. How we can also pursue skills and knowledges about it.
Okay, so did you learn something so far? Something that you liked
Yes, ma'am.
about? Do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
like
Yes, ma'am.
digital marketing so far?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have come to know how we want to improve our business and how we want to move.
Yes, and also, yeah, I mean, that is there. Good job, but like
Mm.
doing this so far, good job. Nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hardeep, I did not understand. I want to add more to stock image we discussed, if we have time. Uh, if you could elaborate a little bit, Hardeep, what do you mean? I'm sorry, like I didn't get it.
Uh, uh, I'm asking for opportunity to share more about stock images. Actually, Sai shared in the chat box. We can use the stock images without a copyright issue. But there is a very big issue with the stock issue images. There's a two type of license. One is personal and other one is commercial. In case
Customers,
we
yes.
in case we purchase picture from Free Pick and Shutterstock and Pixabay, these type of stocks, then they charge us. There's a sometimes subscription model and sometimes freemium model. In case we download it for a personal, they provide us a personal users license. So we have to accredit the creator name in the end of the project. In case we
Right.
don't
Yes.
elaborate it in the end of the creator, they can sue us or they can down the our advertisement also, if we upload on the Google and
Absolutely.
these type of sites
Yes.
also.
Yes. If you
In
use it
case of
on Google and
commercial,
if they want to
yeah,
go ahead and take action
yeah.
against it, yes, they can.
The other one is commercial license. We can use, but it's not transferable. We can use for one project, and it's on the name of me, and it's a name of certain agency who produce the some images to and alter the images. And the science talking about the license is known as Creative Common. It's a
Which is
well-known
common to all
community.
of
They
them.
create the work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can alter the work, but we can't sell their work
Correct. Yes.
as
I
a
mean,
commercial service.
great you're adding to this. Good job. But just something I would like to add to everything you've said. Yes, the different kind of stock images that are there. But one thing I personally feel, I mean, you could disagree and let me know. So when we're talking about marketing, don't you think it's always better to not use stock images at all?
My pardon.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, don't you think when we're talking about marketing, when we're talking about a certain brand or we're talking about building a certain brand for ourselves or for
Yeah.
somebody else, don't you think it's better to not use stock images at all?
Certain time, ma'am, we can use because sometimes we have to use stock images to if it's a
ಏನಮ್ಮ
relevant to
ಸಣ್ಣ
our
ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ
work.
ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬಸ್
Yeah, it's a personal choice because it's a, I have experience with the NC. So one picture, if you shoot your product, it's cost us around 30,000
Yeah,
to
the
40,000
costing
for one product shoot.
increases, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that's a issue with the small brand. In case we have a big brand, then we need to go with the compliance. Otherwise, the big
Right.
brand can sue us if you're using their work directly. The certain case I feel with Lazy Mojo. I work with Lazy Mojo, Team Series, and these type of brands. So it's a
Somebody with
concern.
Oppo CPH2373, please mute yourself. Yes, absolutely right, Hardeep. Yes, good job. Hardeep, if you don't
Thank
mind
you,
me
ma'am.
asking, how long have you been doing marketing or digital marketing for?
Actually, started my career as a film as I started my career as a VFX designer. So I have studied VFX for 4 years. So I'm working since 2017. It's a long years. So currently I'm working for brand name Noon to Moon from very scratch. I built from the very scratch from the it's the
Oh,
first day. Yeah. So currently I'm
okay,
working with the two brands name. It's a belong to the same company only. One brand is Noon to Moon, other one is Health Fiesta. So Health Fiesta we do
okay.
premium gifting, and we Noon to Moon we do ragi chips and these type of good for you but tasty snacks type of category also.
Oh, yes, the one you had created, your
So I
poster
also do
and all of
I
that.
also do a freelancing also for Razor Pay and these type of brands. Razor Pay, and I also do branding, and I also provide consulting on the name of Step Clever. I have my own brand, so I provide consulting, brand consulting.
Wonderful. So, Hardeep, I have a small task for you. I mean, if time permits, okay. So, I have a
Yeah,
small task for you. Tomorrow is a Saturday, if I'm not wrong, right? So,
yeah.
Saturday, Amar, we do not have class Saturday, Sunday. Yes?
Yes, correct. Next class
Yes.
on.
Yeah, so our next class will be on Monday. Okay, Hardeep, if you
Yeah,
have the time for it, I have a small task for you. So, what I want
yeah,
you to
man.
do is all you've been in the industry, you've been working for like some time. So, what I want you to do is create an entire deck of your work so far, like as in pitching yourself to a brand.
Okay.
If you're pitching yourself to a brand, how would you do it? Right? And I'll give you maybe 10 minutes before I start the class,
Yeah.
and I would love to hear what you have to say and what you've done so far, and I'm sure all the rest of them also would love to hear. If it is possible for you, you have 2 days, you have Saturday and Sunday. So
I'm
if you could
fine with that.
create.
Even you can ask me right now because I'm also so I have to pitch my client all day, regular
Okay,
basis.
no, what I want you to do is if there is any deck or something of your work so far, like sometime back he shared his Facebook and showed us the kind of things he's done. So if you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
also share a
I
little
can
bit of
do
all
that.
of
I
that.
can do that. Yeah, I can do
Done.
that.
So Monday we'll
Really
start
happy.
the class with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
for everybody.
guys. Yes.
Thank